Hey you guys, welcome or welcome back to my channel. It has been forever since we have done a good old-fashioned Kmart haul. So that is exactly what we are going to do right now. These Kmart hauls have time and time again proven to be you guys' absolute favorite videos that I make, and I have a pile here of things that have just been sitting in the room that I film in. So if you caught my office makeover, room makeover, whatever I called it, video from a few weeks ago, you would have seen the nightmare that was this room. And you would also be prepared for a whole bunch of hauls because you would have seen just how much stuff I have been hoarding to show to you guys. I filmed one haul earlier today and the receipt was from the 1st of December. Today's date is the 30th of August. So, it's really bad. I've acknowledged that I have a problem and I don't need to buy anything for at least another year because I've got stuff for days. I can shop my own house. As always, the dogs are here, so be prepared for some kind of chaos. Okay. They are slightly out of sorts because it is incredibly windy today and the roof down this end of the house makes real weird noises. So if you do hear something strange, it's the roof and the wind and they hate it. As always, I will have all of the links down in the description box below. So if you're wanting to suss anything out, head down there after the video's over, watch the whole thing, please. And let's just jump straight into it. First things first is 2 pairs of fingerless gloves. Stay with me, I know that's weird. These ones I got to have at work as a backup pair. So basically, at work, the factory is bloody freezing in the mornings. So they gave me fingerless gloves and it's amazing. This feels very much like a adults are really excited about vacuums kind of rant, so prepare for that. Anyway, these have been so handy. They keep my hands so incredibly warm in freezing mornings in the factory, but because they are fingerless, you can still do pretty much everything and it's great. They're not as restricting as actual gloves. So I'm now a fan of fingerless gloves, absolutely love them. So I've got a pair of backups to leave at work and then I grabbed these ones as well to wear around the house because I've now gotten used to having very warm hands but still being able to do stuff. So I grabbed this pair to wear around the house. I will not ever wear them in public though because they are kind of lame. So the next thing that I've got here is a lunchbox that comes with cutlery in the lid. So this is called the oatmeal wheat straw lunchbox with cutlery. So I have been trying to take my lunch to work every single day. I feel like this would just be very helpful. It's got the top with the cutlery inside there, which just snaps shut. And then it does have a very good seal as well. So you open it up and it's got little sections. So my idea for this one was not so much for like leftovers and things, but for 2 different types of snacks because I get peckish, but I don't need a massive container of things. So I could put a few little different things in here because it's got those 2 separate compartments. So that is going to be very useful. Next is a tried and true that I have in almost every Kmart haul that I have ever filmed. It is the SodaStream, 0 sugar, low calorie, whatever this is, lemonade. So I've talked about this a million times and it is very straightforward, so I don't think I need to go on about this very much. The next few things are these little LED switch lights. So they are very simple, just little lights. The switch is the actual light. They have got the little battery protector thing on it, so it's not gonna work right now. It comes with a little Velcro sticky, so you can stick it on the wall. So the plan for these ones is to use in my linen cupboard. Now, I have not taken out like the little battery protector things because I'm not sure if these are the ones that I'm going to use. I've also got their strip light ones as well, and because those ones are longer, I feel like they may work a little bit better. So when I do end up finalizing that, I'm going to fiddle around with one of each of the options and kind of figure it out. So that's why I haven't like properly taken these all apart yet, but they are pretty handy and useful. So you literally just flip the switch and it turns on very brightly, which is cool. Speaking of lights turning on very brightly, my light has gotten really dull. That is better. So yeah, those are one option for my linen cupboard, which is a work in progress. I have been filming it as well, so there will be a linen cupboard makeover coming very soon. Another work in progress in this house is our laundry. This one I grabbed just as a bit of a storage solution. This one is the 2-section adhesive shelf. It is literally just a clear acrylic shelf that you can adhese to something. It was my plan to use this one in the laundry. I have not fully reorganized or kind of figured out what I'm doing in there yet, but if it does not work out, it would also be very helpful in the bath. Literally anywhere it would be very helpful. It's just a clear storage container, but it would be very helpful in the bathroom like they have kind of displayed it on the box here. So this will come in handy somewhere. They have been coming out with a whole bunch more clear acrylic types of storage solutions, which is great for people like me who need things to be clear, because if they are completely solid and I can't see inside it, I will forget that the thing that is in there is in there. So clear storage is the way to go, even though it is usually not as pretty once you've filled it with things. But function is better than aesthetics when you need to work with a fun brain. So another one of their clear situations that they have come out with recently, I'm not sure if they're getting rid of this, because a few weeks ago when I was in a Kmart, they were all on clearance, so I don't know what the go is there. But anyway, this is the modular beauty sponge holder. This is not going to be used as a beauty sponge holder because I do not have 5 or 6 beauty sponges, but this little bit that the sponges are sitting in is removable, so I am planning to use it for the box itself. I think it will be very helpful and useful for my craft things, which will be very easy to see because again, it is clear, so I will know where everything is and be able to find everything really, really easily. So that is the plan behind this one. Obviously, you can also get it to store your beauty sponges because the little shelf there is designed to keep them risen up a bit so that there's airflow and then they can dry properly and blah, 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 blah. They won't get moldy, apparently. So that's the purpose behind it, not what I'm using it for though. Yet another work in progress in our house is our ensuite bathroom. This is one of those suction corner shower caddy things. So our ensuite is minuscule. It is so tiny, and at the moment I've got one of those over the like wall hanging things, and I just keep collecting stuff on it. There is so many things on there and it's just unnecessary. We don't need all that stuff. It takes up like this much real estate coming like outways, so it makes the shower even smaller than it already is. So I was thinking we would give this one a try as long as it actually stays on the wall. So probably like a decade ago now in a really old house, I did have similar ones. They were, I think they were from Big W, and they were a little bit finicky and I just could not get them to stay on the wall. We had 2 of them. One of them was great, perfect, fine. The other one just would not stay. So hopefully these stay up on the tiles as long as I can get them in a spot where the grout isn't in the way. It should be fine. I have seen much better reviews on these days than all those years ago. So fingers crossed that this works out in our bathroom, because then I can take that thing off the wall and just keep very simple stuff. So just the shower. So like shampoo, conditioner, soap. You know, you don't need the whole world in your shower. So this is hopefully going to reduce some of that clutter. If you did watch the video of me reorganizing this room, you may have spotted a whole bunch of like crafting things, various different types of creative outlets that I have. And my main problem with that is that the storage in this room is limited at best. So I kind of just have a whole bunch of different storage solutions in here, and I have made do with what I've got for now, but I want to minimize even more than I already did in that video and just continue to declutter as I use things, get rid of stuff that I'm not going to need, and minimize what I have, because no one person needs this much stuff. So with that in mind, I grabbed a little craft storage solution. So it is just a whole bunch of little drawers. They pull out and go back in as drawers do. Again, the fronts of them are clear, so this should be relatively useful. If this does not work out for crafts and stuff, I feel like it could also be a very good solution for like first aid, medications, things like that. These little drawers, they are smaller obviously in size, but they are quite long too. So they will fit a decent amount of stuff, but obviously they're only gonna fit small things in the small ones and then slightly bigger things in the bottom ones. But I think this will be very handy. I am aiming to use it for craft stuff, but if that doesn't work out, I do have a few other ideas for stuff this could work really well for. So you'll probably see this again at some time in the future. And I do also like the drawers being so completely flat on the front because it means I will be able to label them very easily with the Cricut. So that is great. Very, very little one here. So this is the car cleaning goo. That was a big groan. Anyway, you may have seen this floating around on TikTok and Instagram. That is where I saw it and I was very intrigued. My car gets filthy because we live regionally, so there is dust, there is leaves, there is little rocks, there is just debris everywhere, and then 2 ginormous fluffy dogs. So my car is gross. It's gonna get even worse, I imagine, if we have children, but at the moment we only have fur babies and it's still pretty bad. So I am keen to give this a go just to keep all the little like crevices very, very clean. It's apparently really good, so we'll put it to the test, I can tell you that. It's got 3 simple instructions. It says knead for 10 seconds, press into the area, and then remove. So relatively straightforward, and I'm very keen to see how this goes in the car. We are getting there. We are down to the final 3. So the next 2 are for the kitchen, and this one is the bamboo cutting board with storage containers. So this I have seen used in quite a few ways. There have been people obviously using it for its intended purpose as a chopping board with like preparing ingredients and blah, blah, blah. But I've also seen people use it as like a coffee station, tea station, and they've put little different things that they need in the drawers. And I've also seen people use them in their offices and used it as like a desk riser or a laptop stand or screen stand, things like that. So there are a lot of things that you could do with this. The main reason that I grabbed it was hopefully to use it for its intended purpose as a chopping board, because we've got some wooden chopping boards that I really need to either figure out how to do a massive deep clean or get rid of them, because we've had them for a long time and it's wood, you know, it absorbs, and I feel like they're probably really manky and gross even though I clean them. So I figured it wouldn't be a bad thing to have an alternative chopping board, and this one just seemed really cool. So I have had this sitting in here for the longest time, not using it. So now I can hopefully actually get it out and put it to use, because there is obviously no point it just sitting in this room in a box. That's just not helpful to anyone. The next one that I have here is called the Czech drink jug. So this one is literally just a drink jug. There is nothing exciting about it. It's got a cute pattern on it. The reason that I got this one is not for liquids that we are going to drink. I grabbed this one because I collect all of our banana peels and keep them in water and use that water for my plants. And the bottle that I have been doing that in, the top of it is narrower than the actual bottle, which is really annoying when I'm trying to take the banana peels back out again. So I got this one because the top is just a big old circle. So I know this whole video I have been going on about the fact that I'm trying to get everything clear so that I can see in it and not forget stuff exists. However, banana water is really gross. So this is the one thing that I think will be much better in a container that I cannot see in, because it sits on the bench, and so that I can just easily chuck the banana peels in it, and then when it's like been a couple of days I can use it, empty it, whatever. And it's just really gross. It's gross water sitting on the bench. So this will look a lot prettier sitting on the bench. You will not know how gross and manky the water inside is, which is great. So yep. The plants do love the banana water though. I have filmed making it a few times, so if you are interested in seeing a reel or a short or something on that, let me know in the comments below and I can edit it. But yeah, the plants love the banana water. Okay, we are up to the last thing. This is the biggest thing that I've got here, and it is what the majority of this stuff has been sitting inside of. So this is a drawer. This is called the Large Modular Storage Drawer. So with these drawers, there are various different sizes, and the kind of medium-sized ones are the ones that I've got in the shed in my little storage racking area. And they're great, but they are not quite big enough for some things. So I thought that I could get this one and put it underneath both of them, and then I can stack the other ones on top, and I can use this for all of the dog things. So they are taking up all of the drawers that I have right now, and I want to use those drawers for multiple things, not just a million drawers for one variety of thing. Anyway, this ginormous one is going to hold all of the dog stuff. So that is the plan behind this one, and I am glad that I have emptied it now so I can actually put it in the bloody shed and use it. And with that, we have come to the end of this Kmart haul. Let me know your thoughts on all of these bits and pieces down below, especially if you've got some other ideas for the storage solutions that I have. There is so many things that you can use this stuff for, so let the other people in the comments know down below. They might not have thought of something that you have thought of. I do also have so many more hauls coming your way, so if you are interested in seeing those, subscribe to the channel so you do not miss out. That is it for this one though, so thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys!